Today we are installing the safe rack, overhead storage rack, and we start by it's 8x4. So I just marked I found the studs, and you always get away from the wall 2 inches because the ceiling bracket, it will go this way. So I marked the stud over here. I kept 2 inches of the wall. The other stud, which is usually, if you count 16 inches, you find another stud. If it's a new house, old house is usually 12 inches, but this one is 16 inches. And I also stayed away 2 inches from the wall, and the bracket will go this way. And we also marked this corner, over there, and over there. You just find it with a stud finder and try to make sure that you're right in the middle of the stud. Then now we're gonna use the 3/16 drill bit to pre-drill the holes for the bolts, because the bolts are huge. If you didn't pre-drill, if you didn't drill before you get that bolt in there, it can be really bad for the wood, for the studs. Then we're gonna start assembling the side racks for the rack, it comes as 2 halves. You just lay them over each other, put 2 bolts, you leave that middle one, because after you install it, you're gonna put the middle one, but not now. And it comes with another side rack, and these will be it's gonna be hanging from the ceiling bracket down, and you can actually do extension, which is, you can make it longer by overlapping and see your desirable length to drop it down. And you just take 1 bolt from this side and the other bolts from the other side, so to just secure it and to be good for weights. This rack should be good for 600 pounds. I hope we don't have enough for 600 pounds, but so let's start working. And you notice this, we don't tighten all the way with the impact wrench or drill, because it can be really bad for the wood. So hand tighten it, just get it all the way in, and just leave a little bit and just tighten it with just by hand. And now we're installing the last ceiling bracket. If you notice the bolts, actually I like to put some dry soap on it, just to make it go in the wood easy. Alright, now we finished all the ceiling brackets, and now we're gonna start to assemble the side, what do they call it? Side beam. It comes as 2 pieces and it has overlap, so you overlap it, and if you notice, that's actually this bolts, they don't take washers, and this lug nuts, they're the lug nuts, so they shouldn't go anywhere. Okay, now we're gonna start to install the vertical posts, which is they're gonna hang from the ceiling brackets down to the side beams, and you just choose your desirable length. How low do you want it or high? You just adjust it, and this it will take one bolt with a washer from one side, and the other side another washer and the lug nut. See, we put one on this side. Now on this end we're gonna put from the other side, just to cover all bases. And actually that's what the instructions was asking to do. And you make sure that you get all your four sides same height. And everything for now is hand tightened. We're not gonna actually put any tighten more till everything is ready, then we'll go back and tighten everything again. Now we hang all this railing, and if you notice this railing, you just get these in here, and with rubber mallet you just, it shouldn't take that much force to get in, it's just to hang it here. You get inside this big round spots and you go down to the small one. And now we're tightening all the nuts. And now we're gonna install the middle beam, which is, it goes from here to here. All right, so while he's tightening all the nuts and that center support, which goes right in the middle, and you're gonna connect it these two holes. If you remember, we left them when we were doing the side beams, and there's gonna be two bolts here and two bolts here. All right, now we tightened everything. Now we're gonna put these four pieces. We're gonna go, there's four of them, go two here and two there. And a couple days ago, actually, we installed this one, but for some reason, the ceiling, the beams, the 2x4s were running this way in this side of the wall, the ceiling, but on this side, they were running this way, so that's why they're in different directions. But you always try to, if the bracket, you have two bolts in the ceiling, you want to hang the vertical post right in, not in the middle of the two bolts, but in between them, like we did here. You can tell, got two bolts, one here and one there, and the vertical post is right in between them, and all of them, just to distribute the weight. All right, so that's the final product.